Just keep your distance to keep it healthy for the baby, healthy for yourself, healthy for your family, period.
I'm not pregnant, remember? I lied. I made it all up. It's not real. So, we can all stop asking me. According to Marla, this is a non-existent person thing growing. I just got a food, air, shit. Anyway,
did you tell him that she did this with your son? You told him that? I'm pretty sure you did.
She said I was lying when I said I was pregnant with Cam, and she told me prove it. And I said no. I have to go to Atlanta to finish my album. So if Drew's not here, because she said I made it up to keep Drew, because we were already broken up when I found out. And I said, I'm getting on my flight. She was like, I'm going to take you to the doctor. I said, no, you're not. I have a flight. So I walked upstairs, packed my bag. His dad didn't show up before my flight, and I got on the flight to Atlanta, and I started bleeding, actually, while I was in the studio. My best friend, Rachel Markowitz, had moved to Atlanta after we graduated high school, and I was staying with her. She came and got me. My Aunt Tammy is an RN at Grady Hospital, I believe. I think it was Grady. And she wasn't on call that day. But my Aunt Devonna lives in Conyers. So I think it was Rachel that called my mom. My mom called my Aunt Devonna. My Aunt Devonna came and got me from the hospital. And then my Aunt Tammy, Rachel took me back to her apartment. My Aunt Devonna and my Aunt Tammy showed up at the apartment together to get me because I wasn't cleared to fly back to LA. And they said your HCG levels double every day. This was like a Saturday. So they were like, come back on Monday. So my Aunt Tammy, being an RN, was like, I know exactly what OBGYN you need to go to, but you need to stay off your feet. So I go to my Aunt Devonna's house, I stay, and then my mom catches a flight and comes to Atlanta, and she stays with my Aunt Devonna. Monday we go to the doctor. There's a gestational sac, but there's no embryo, there's no yolk sac. So they say, come back Friday. So at this point, my Aunt Tammy's like, there's no way the pregnancy's ectopic, which is what they told me in the ER. And they were like, because they would have never released you. Because should it rupture and you're nowhere near a hospital, you're dead. But that was the reason they were saying I couldn't fly home. The pressure and the pregnancy being ectopic and them wanting to take my left fallopian tube. So we go back Friday and there's Cam in the gestational sac with a little heartbeat. No yolk sac still. But I said, what's that flickering like a little light? And they said, that's the heartbeat. So my first ultrasound with Cam says flicker. Then the next significant ultrasound picture says bean, because she said he's the size of a lima bean. Then the next one, significant one, he was doing like this, and it was like one arm. And so I was like, oh, he looks like Nemo with the little uneven fin. So it says Nemo. So that's how he got the nickname Bean. And when I went in with him, they were saying my HCG levels were higher, which is why they thought it was ectopic. There were 4 masses in my left ovary, and my HCG levels were registering higher than the baby was measuring. There was no baby at that time, just the gestational sac. Then when I came back on Friday, they were saying my HCG levels had caught up to what the baby at that time was measuring. Now they were on track. When I got back to LA, I didn't see my OBGYN again until I was 12 weeks. She didn't see me until I was 12 weeks. At that time, my HCG levels were lower, but he was measuring bigger and the HCG levels should have been higher. So my initial due date was end of January. It wasn't until 18 weeks that she goes, well, I think so they told me January 25th, then they said the 22nd, then they said the 15th. He was born on the 8th. So my due date fluctuated the entire pregnancy. He was getting fat, but he wasn't big. I was all fluid, but he wasn't big. So he didn't really gain, they call it brown fat that they gain at the end. At the end of the second trimester, top of the third trimester, the baby starts gaining what they call brown fat, right? And he wasn't really gaining much.
It's freezing again.
I was put on modified bed rest at 7 months. So I was able to get up. My doctor wanted me to walk every day, no more than 30 minutes a day. She said I couldn't take hot baths anymore because my body temp was rising. And when my body temp was rising, the baby's heartbeat was rising. She wanted me to walk him out. I had already started dilating. I was 1.5 centimeters at 8 months pregnant.
Wow.
So when I got to the hospital, it was like 3 a.m. I was already 1.5 centimeters. And I was a centimeter because, you know, at the last trimester, at the 8th month.
Yeah, you buffering that.
We have to get those girls to the house.
Dave says she isn't pregnant. Who is Dave? Who's Dave? She fade. If I can't hear you, it says no Wi-Fi. Who is Dave? She's gonna buffer out because of her Wi-Fi, whatever. But basically, you heard the story. So this is not the first time her mother said this. Her mother said it with her first son. She is pregnant. She is having a baby.
Yeah, she's 100% pregnant.
Life is a miracle. I wanted to shout out all of the mothers out there and all the pro-life people and everything. Listen, y'all. Moniece almost died. Now that's crazy. And of course, yes, she's talking about when she was pregnant with Cam. For those who are not listening, for those who don't pay attention, for those who can't afford to pay attention, and for those who have short attention spans, and for those that have ADHD or whatever, okay? Click the thumbs up button for the people with ADHD. Click the thumbs up button right now. Subscribe. Choose all notifications. The links to the other 2 channels are in the description box. Make sure you have subscribe and all notifications set on all of the channels. So let me know you made it all the way to the end of this video. The secret password to say in the comment section is YOLO, because you only live once. I mean, for the people who don't believe in reincarnation, YOLO is spelled YOLO, because I know somebody's going to be like, well, how do you spell YOLO? And I did not say yodel. And I did not say Yoda. Okay, I said YOLO. Okay? And I did not say yellow. And I did not say J-Lo, because I know somebody's like, I love J-Lo. I said YOLO. YOLO. Jeez, people. Anyways, click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up this video right now. Subscribe. Choose all notifications. The links to the other 2 channels are in the description box. So make sure you subscribe to all 3. I just had a moment. I just realized I just said that. But anyways, make sure you click the thumbs up button and at least say hi in the comments. All right, y'all. Give your opinions below on what was said in this video. Okay? Thank you very much. I know some of y'all are like, but I don't even know what to say. Don't be acting shy. Y'all don't be acting shy when you pick up those random men at the club to sleep with. So don't be shy here. All right? Anyways, I gotta go.